right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the men of the Lord, prophesying diligently, man, on the highways and byways in sincerity and in truth. Shalom, Barakathum, and man, I believe we might be almost out of here, brothers, you know, and it doesn't take much for Jake to get excited, man, because we basically ready to get out of this fucking place every day. But the news started to come down the pipe on like Thursday, Friday, I believe, about this banking run. All right, which when you look into that whole banking system, all right, it's basically high level witchcraft, corruption. And it's theft and robbery. That's basically what it is. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's a way for Esau to figure out a way to get real assets while he lets you live paycheck to paycheck, quote unquote, on monopoly money, basically. And you work 50, 60 plus years, all right? And then you look around, you try to retire and realize you either can't retire or you're or you're out of there, man. Most people have to go back to work, when they quote unquote retire, which is bullshit. They retire from their main job just to go make ends meet at a part-time gig at Walmart, man. That's what you get for putting in work into this society, and that's what you get for putting in money into a Ponzi scheme. All these different things: Medicare, Medicaid, FICA, the FICA taxes, that they take out. Ultimately, Esau doesn't need that money. He just needs you to be bought in to his wickedness, And the scriptures say that in James the 5th chapter, that the laborers are kept back by fraud, man. All right, and everybody is being kept back because these people are so fucking stupid. They put that much money, into a bank that tells you they're only going to insure $250,000. But you had all kind of major tech companies, man. They had one company, the company Roku, man. They have 400 million in that bank in one checking account. Now, brothers that don't have that kind of money, that doesn't sound like a bad idea, but for anybody that knows businesses, man, they know that's a horrible idea to put all your eggs into one checking account in one bank, knowing that these banks are out there gambling that money. They only have to keep in 10% of what they loan out, so if they have a bad quarter or a bad year, or they just start stealing, only 250,000 of that 400 million is insured, so it begs the question, what the fuck is the point? All right, you got all these people taking their money out the bank, and the thing is Jake is all lollygagging. We were just reading at camp this past week about how Jake is in the lollygagging. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't think he thinks the Lord and the day of the Lord is afar off. All right, but this banking crisis could lead to World War III, and inside of 2 weeks, this could happen. Okay, because if this thing gets out of control and Esau decides the way that he's gonna solve it is to hit that currency flip, that switch. We know what we're talking about when he goes to that digital dollar. All right, if he decides to do that to solve this problem under the guise that this is gonna keep the economy alive, all right, well the other players are gonna have a major thing to say. These other countries, they're gonna have a lot to say about it. All right, and ultimately it's gonna lead to World War II, and it can happen just like that overnight. It really only takes one event. All right, but before they're all gathering their forces in that valley of decision, man. When you read Joel, the 3rd chapter, it says, "Gather around all about ye heathen." All right, so everybody's gonna get in on it because everybody's been waiting on this guy to go down. You see, we people just think we're the only ones wanting America to go down. No, these other nations do too, man. Now, for different reasons, they think that they're going to be next when they're obviously not. All right, but everybody sees this guy as a problem, man. He doesn't know how to rule. All right, he's irrational. He's a thief. He's destructive. All right, he spreads poison and rainbow sprinkles everywhere. All right, if you know what I mean. And the nations are tired of it, man. All right, and it's really just the main countries, the main developing countries, and their governments. All right, these other nations, they have merchants and stuff. They make money off of America. All right, like India and China, a lot of their servant class, they bank on America just overspending in credit card debt. Why? Because they're working over those factories. You know, that's why it says in Revelation, the 18th chapter, the other nations, they're gonna cry. All right, but the nations that are gonna shoot missiles, those governments, they're not gonna be crying. All right, they're gonna be mad as hell. All right, and this all of these prophecies can come to pass just of what we saw in the past few days. You know, and Jake out here thinking it's a fucking game. We could be off the streets in a couple weeks, man. All right. If he's deemed that certain speech is not allowed and we're in emergency, he declares another state of emergency, then all bets are off, man. All right? And we already know what these people want to do, you know? So we got to stay locked in. We got to stay focused, all right? And we should be excited bringing out prophecies and watching, man, you know, passing on information, you know? So we stay in the hunt, you know. So we stay, all right, on the grind for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man, because that's the only way we're gonna get out of this. All right, don't listen to niggas on YouTube, you know, talking about diversifying assets. And see, that's why you buy a little bit of gold, and you buy a little bit of, you have 401k, and you have assets, and then you have mutual funds, and that's all good advice for the past 20 years. But what we're getting ready to go into is nothing you can do is going to save you from it, man. That's why it's linked to the Karagma, man, that hour of temptation. It says he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive that Karagma. All right, and it said that no man might buy or sell, man. How is that going to happen? All right. That what your portfolio and how it's diversified is not gonna matter at all. Okay, even if you got gold in that day, that's only gonna be temporary. And by the way, you only have as much gold as you can protect. Okay, don't let the neighborhood find out you got gold, man. I hope you got hands. Okay, because all hell's getting ready to break loose. That's why it says in Zephaniah, neither their gold or their silver would be able to deliver them in that day. All right, and this is all for us, man. It's written in Job 27. It says roughly paraphrasing, though he heaps up dust as silver, though he heaps up riches as dust, the just will divide the silver. All right. You know, so all of these things that they've gathered, all of the precious metals, all of the precious minerals and gems and we're gonna get all of it, man. All right, we just gotta pull out of that nigga spirit, okay? Watching Jake, all right, and realize that this money ain't real. None of this shit is real. Cell phones, this is all low level technology compared to what we about to get, man. When we get these bodies, bro, it ain't even gonna matter. All right, it's not even gonna matter, man. You're gonna see that it's all working, but we got a dark hole to climb through first. That being that hour of temptation, man. You know, so brother, stay diligent, man. You know, stay watching, keep praying, keep fasting. You know, and y'all brothers keep doing y'all thing. With that, Lord willing, this was edifying. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Hashem Rachak Wadashwa Abab Shalom.